Generational trends shaping Australia's future. Alright everyone, quick question. Have you ever been in a room where someone starts a sentence with, "back in my day," and then someone else interrupts with, "okay boomer"? Well, welcome to Australia in 2025, the first time in history we've got 7 living generations walking the same streets, shopping at the same Coles, scrolling the same TikTok feeds, well, not all of them, and trying to understand each other. Today we're diving deep into generational trends shaping Australia's future, the habits, values and quirks of everyone from the silent generation right through to Generation Alpha and beyond. This isn't just a history lesson. It's about understanding how your generation fits into Australia's future, and why your neighbor might be power washing their driveway at 7 a.m. while you're still in bed. By the end of this video you'll see how generations influence politics, technology, fashion, and even what Aussies eat for breakfast. And I promise we'll keep it engaging, a bit funny, and 100% relatable. So stick around until the end, and if you've got a story about your generation or how you've clashed with another one, drop it in the comments. Oh, and while you're here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more Aussie stories like this. The generations in Australia right now. Let's break down the 7 living generations you can bump into on a trip to Woolies. 1. The silent generation born before 1946. These are your grandparents or great-grandparents. They lived through war, rationing, and the early days of TV. They value hard work, discipline, and savings. Many are now in their late 70s to 90s, but still very active in community life. Think RSL clubs, bridge games, and making sure the younger ones don't waste money on smashed AVU. 2. Baby boomers 1946-1964. The post-war kids. They grew up with rock and roll, bought houses when they were affordable, and are often blamed for ruining the housing market. Many are now retiring, traveling in caravans, and discovering that TikTok is not, in fact, the same as Tic Tac mints. 3. Generation X -1965-1980. The forgotten middle children. They grew up without smartphones but adapted to technology faster than anyone expected. Gen X are your independent thinkers, often juggling teenagers, careers, and mortgages. They're also the ones who still use Facebook religiously, posting holiday photos from Bali with captions like, "Living the dream." 4. Millennials Gen Y 1981-1996, the internet pioneers. They've been accused of killing everything from the cereal industry to paper napkins. They value experiences over possessions, use Afterpay like a second wallet, and are highly conscious about sustainability. Many are now buying homes, just very small ones, and are pros at mixing vintage with modern life. 5. Generation Z 1997-2012, true digital natives. They've never known a world without the internet. They're socially conscious, creative, and have perfected the art of quiet quitting. They grew up watching YouTube more than TV and think email is for old people. 6. Generation Alpha 2013 to mid-2020s, still in school but already tech wizards. They learn coding before cursive and think a landline phone is an ancient relic. By the time they're in their 20s, their idea of a road trip might involve a self-driving electric camper van. 7. Gen Beta just starting to be born. We don't know much yet, but if current trends continue, they'll be born into an Australia of AI assistants, smart everything, and possibly climate adaptation lifestyles. Trend 1. Digital transformation across ages. For the first time, every generation in Australia interacts with technology, just at different speeds. Boomers are on Facebook and increasingly using online banking and telehealth. Gen X are early adopters of gadgets like smartwatches and home assistants. Millennials mix productivity apps with online shopping and digital side hustles. Gen Z lives on short-form content, and alphas will probably learn to order macas via voice command before they can read. This matters because businesses in Australia now need multi-platform strategies. A retirement village might need a TikTok account, and a surf shop might still need newspaper ads. Funny thought. Imagine a boomer trying VR surfing and yelling, "Where's the pause button?" while a Gen Z just does flips in the virtual waves. Trend 2. Housing and lifestyle choices. Housing is the hot topic across generations. Boomers bought big houses on quarter-acre blocks. Gen X is maintaining those houses and sometimes housing their millennial kids. Millennials are leaning towards smaller homes, apartments, or van life. Gen Z. They're into co-living spaces, share houses, and renting for flexibility. This shift changes urban design in Australia. Expect more high-density living, better public transport, and cafes in places you'd never expect, like under apartment blocks in the suburbs. Trend 3. Work and career evolution in the silent generation era. You picked one career and stuck with it for life. No. Australians might have 4 or 5 career changes by the time they're 40. Boomers often worked for stability. Gen X pushed for work-life balance. Millennials embraced side hustles. Gen Z is redefining work entirely: remote jobs, freelance gigs, and jobs that didn't exist 5 years ago. Some alphas will probably earn their first dollar from a game livestream before finishing high school. Trend 4. Sustainability and climate action across all ages. Climate awareness is shaping behavior. Older Australians are shifting to solar and water tanks. Younger generations are swapping fast fashion for thrift shopping. Electric cars, plant-based diets, and reusable coffee cups are now common. What's changing is who leads the conversation. While millennials and Gen Z are vocal online, boomers are influencing change through politics, community boards, and big investments. Trend 5. Cultural diversity and identity. Australia's population is more diverse than ever, with each generation interacting differently. Boomers may still have stronger ties to traditional Anglo-Australian culture. Gen Z and millennials are growing up with multicultural classrooms, food, and friendships. Festivals like Lunar New Year, Diwali, and Eid are part of mainstream Aussie life now. This impacts everything from fashion trends to the way politics is discussed. Trend 6. Travel and leisure. Travel habits also show generational differences. Boomers. Cruises, caravan road trips, and long European holidays. Gen X. Family resort trips and adventurous treks. Millennials. Budget travel, hostels, and Airbnb stays. Gen Z. Backpacking with a GoPro, finding Instagrammable spots in rural Australia. Alphas. Who knows, maybe virtual reality world tours from their lounge room. Trend 7. Intergenerational clashes and learning. We've all seen it, different generations misunderstanding each other. Boomers can't understand why young people take photos of food before eating. Gen Z can't understand why older people still print things. But here's the truth. Australia's future depends on these generations learning from each other. The wisdom of the older, the energy of the younger, and the patience of everyone stuck in the middle. Why this matters for Australia's future. Understanding generational trends helps in everything: policymaking, business, community projects, even family harmony. It means designing cities, laws, and workplaces that work for a 9-year-old Gen Alpha and a 90-year-old silent generation member. At the same time, final words: Australia's story has always been shaped by its people, and right now we've got the most generational variety ever. From the wisdom of those who saw the world before the internet to the kids growing up with AI tutors, our future is going to be very interesting. So which generation are you? Do you think your generation is misunderstood or spot on? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Aussie life.